And we are live. We are
Let's
in the
go.
building. Oh man,
We are.
the Marines have landed. We got TMR, we got Joey. Oh goodness gracious. On
Yep.
the left side of the house, you got DP and TMR. On the right side of the house, you got Brian and Joey. The Mobile Cigar Lounge, the Marine Rappers here. Man, there's a lot of stuff going on today. This is going to be a great show. I want to introduce everybody. I want to welcome you all. If you're watching us, if you're seeing us, share this, invite someone. We want to uplift you. We want to hold space with you. We want to be able to share positivity and share some love. DP here, Disabled Army Veteran, coming at you live on a Friday night live to hold space with you. I'll shoot over to Brian to introduce himself, and then we'll go to Joe, and then the man, myth, and legend, TMR, to go ahead and do introductions. Brian, over to you.
Yeah, awesome. Brian Lofton, and I'm also a disabled Army vet. Just thankful to be here with DP and the crew, especially with DP with TMR and Joey. I mean, what a special occasion. We're missing our Amy. You know, we still have the mic in our minds, but man, what a crew tonight. This is awesome. Over to you, Joey.
Nah, thank you so much, Brian. What's up, everybody? Joey Mack, aka the Smoking Panda, co-founder and CEO of the Mobile Cigar Lounge, located in New Jersey. DP, Brian, Veteran Network. Thank you so much for having us. You know, I'm proud to say not just to have my fellow Marine brother to my right or to my left, however you're looking at it, but also, you know, DP and Brian, you know, especially the Veterans Network. Thank you so much for having us. Super excited for tonight. So thank you again. Passing the mic over to my boy TMR, Ray, fellow Marine.
Yo, what's up? It's the Marine Rapper, aka TMR. I'm so glad to be here with all of you today. And I'm just glad to just build together and kind of create this camaraderie as much as we can at these distant locations. So I really appreciate everybody who's tuning in today.
Awesome. So yeah, we are live. We are here. There's a lot of good things. Above all things, it's Friday. We made it through the week. We're glad to be able to hold some space. But as you saw, we got TMR, the Marine Rapper here. There's some amazing things going on that side of the house. There's some charts being broken. There's some records being broken. There's some amazing things happening. We got the Mobile Cigar Lounge in the house. Amazing things happening here. But you know what? There's a saying somewhere that says, I could show you better than I could tell you. So I'm going to just go ahead and show y'all real quick, because I don't think that me saying something's going to work. Can I press play, TMR, real quick on this?
Tens of thousands on my right, thousands by my side. War between good and evil, watching our fists collide. Battle for our freedom now, to the streets we ride. Flags waving all around, pages full of pride. This is where we make a stand, no more give or take. March around the Capitol, storm the city gates. Putting pressure on their necks until the truth breaks. All walls of corruption, take out all the snakes. Star Spangled Banner, got it playing loud and proud. People from all walks of life filling up the crowd. Defend the Constitution, many warriors have vowed. Casting down any among us who have bucked and cowed. Enough with tyranny, we come to take our country back. For all citizens, white, red, brown, or black. Return her to a form of glory, fix their bloody crack on the crown. Fetch it down, it's going down.
My mama told me, yeah, she warned me that this day would come. I'm like my father, go to combat with the blazing guns. I survived that, then I came back to the place I'm from to face off all these haters and the battle in the place I love. You can't break me down, I'm indivisible. You still see my raps if I was invisible. But I'm standing tall, and I spit the truth. So you all appalled, cause you know it's true. They call it freedom cause the fallen troops pay for this. I love this country, doesn't matter how much hate I get. I take my colors in the battle, ain't no wavering. Cause this is for my warriors we marching to the cadences. This is for the sisters working hard on the ship. This is for the brothers getting y'all doctorate. Father, yeah, taking y'all on the ship. Baby, tell me why it's off of the Patriot.
Let's go.
Let's man, let us go. Come on now. You can't look.
Man.
What can you give that? That is, you know what? That gets another one right there, man. we got people. Look, I can show you better than I can tell you, and I can't tell you better than he could have showed you. You seen now? If you ever said to yourself, I don't know who TMR is or the Marine rapper, well, you just saw him. And Topher, and we're going to talk about it. When you see the scrolling ticker below, let us know the branch of service. Let us know the years that you served. We got some Marines in the building. People are saying hello. We got Lisa in the background saying welcome to the viewers. We got folks in the background here saying, hey, what's up? This is Amy saying, hey, from Colorado Springs. She's a little under the weather, but we're holding space for her. Hiram, a Marine, is in the house. He said, hey, Semper Fi, USMC 91 to 97. We got Jerry in the house. Navy 66 to 79 in North Carolina. One word, many periods, amazing. M-A-Z-I-N-G. The words, you saw it. Hiram says, let's go. James out there saying fire. That's the only thing I can tell you. That's the only thing you should say, because that's what it comes down to, and that's what it is. Jay's in the building. What's up, my brothers? He says that's fire. If you haven't heard it, look it up again. We're gonna plug it again. TMR, you done did something. Oh no, you done did something. Oh, you done did something. You done got Hiram over here ready to go back to boot camp. He said. Hiram said he ready to go back to boot camp. Oh no.
Let's go.
He said he's ready to go back. He said let's go. He gonna drop down and do some push-ups. Oh man, people need that signature real quick to go ahead and let people know what time it is. Goodness gracious, what's going on? We got people saying hey, keep dropping your comments, keep saying hello, keep sharing. Man, so now that we've established that, man, I'll tell you, I don't even know what to say after that. That the track said it all.
Man,
so
fires it up.
We can go home.
Man, look.
Hey, thanks everybody. Thanks, PP. Thanks.
It's been real. Have a good night. What Russell Simmons used to do? God bless. Good night. Man. Jay said, man, you need to go ahead and just lace up those boots one time and just get ready to go. But amazing TMR. There's amazing things going on. I wanted to show that, but really what has happened right now, it required us to come together and talk about it. I don't care if you've seen the post, I don't care if you follow hip hop or not, or you may agree with things that may be out there, but I will tell you, you saw the video, you saw the lyrics, you're seeing the man right here who was in the video and his partner Topher, but there are records being set, and I'm going to give it over to TMR to kind of talk about it, but I have to highlight one thing. This is two veterans. These are veterans. This is independent release. And I'm talking about, we are talking charts. TMR, where are we right now with the charts? Because this is amazing.
So this morning we topped the charts at the #1 hip hop album in the country according to iTunes. We got the #1 Billboard record, and then we got two more #1s with the original version of the Patriot, and then the remix of the Patriot also got #1. We got the #2 R&B song, and we charted on Billboard a total of 15 times.
Come on, man. You got to say it louder for the people in the back. So you tell me that this is veterans doing it independent. For those that don't know, what does that mean?
Well, that means literally bootstrapping, doing everything yourself, going home, recording yourself. I recorded this in my right here where I'm sitting right here in the living room. I set the mic right here and I recorded the Patriot verse. And then I sent it to Topher within an hour. We had the whole song done within 3 days and we posted it. And then the rest is history. We spent no money on promotion. We spent no money on no big cosigns. As you see, there's nobody big on it. It was just us two veterans. Going against the grain and talking about stuff that we wanted to talk about. So it was just a monumental thing because we did it on social media. You could talk to Joey. Joey even knows I was going to conferences and conventions like, hey, check out my music. Like literally grassroots. You can even ask him. I was there. He's like, yo, can you hang out with me for a second? You talk to us? Like he got me in between earlier. He got me in between and I chopped it up with him for a little bit. But in between that, I was just grinding. I was constantly grinding, talking to people, mingling all day. I was exhausted. I was like, yo, Joey, I got, and then chopped it up for a little bit. But Joey can tell you, like, this started from the ground up, from $0.
So you're saying you literally started from the bottom. Now we are here.
100%. 100%.
And I say that because I want to kick it over to Joey real quick. But this is what we need. Not only in the culture, but our veteran space. We got a veteran brother stepping up, doing something, changing the narrative, putting positive lyrics, telling the story that we can't tell because that's not maybe our skill set, but one of our own is going out there against the greats, against the billboards. This is not, I just put a track out as in the back of my truck. I'm talking billboards. You're going against big money. You're going against the people know, the Cardi B, all these names that are out there charting, and to be able to do that without having to sell your soul, sell out, have some big brand behind you, but just the people, just the movement, just the culture, just the community. I'm telling you, you got the culture, you got the veteran community. That's why we're here. That's why we're having a conversation. And people that are not aware of what is happening, like, for example, and I'll ask Brian, it's the first thing he said. He said, I haven't listened to rap in a long time. And look, you got me. It just, sure. Brian, what was your impression?
Oh man, whenever I heard that song, I immediately downloaded it and put it on my favorites list. I listened to it like 5 times in a row. I just, man,
thank you, man. Thank you.
You know, just like people, you know, I'm one of those guys that I liked rap back in the Run DMC and DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince days, right? I haven't listened to rap since then.
Well, let me tell you. Let me make you feel even better. I actually was mentored by Ice-T. So
wow.
So nice. Ice-T told me. Wow. Ice-T told me one of my other biggest tracks is called Star Spangled Banger. It's a rock song, and a lot of people listen to it in the gym and stuff. But before I made Star Spangled Banger, it's a very patriotic song. Before I made Star Spangled Banger, Ice-T, I got to talk to him behind the scenes in a festival, and I was like, yo, what advice do you have for younger artists coming up? He's all, first of all, be a producer so you're able to record yourself. I already do that. I might agree in that. And then he's like, also, when you talk about stuff on your track, make sure you talk about real stuff that people can like fact check you. And I know how the veteran community is. Nobody's called me out on anything because it's everything I say is a fact. My brother really is a doctor. My sister really does work. Joey knows. He's seen me in person. Like I literally wear that jacket all the time. It's not a gimmick, all that. So because there's authenticity to it, that's why I still have the same vibe of the old school hip hop, because old school hip hop always made it a thing to where you can go check it. You know, you could be like, yo, I do A, B, and C. I was on this block, and everybody's like, yup, he was. You know, I was in Kandahar, and all my Marines were like, yup, he was. You know what I mean? So like, kind of like old school in that way, that I was mentored by the old school people. So that's why you might like lean towards our music, because we do the same thing of the greats and the legends. You
see it right there, TMR. You know who that is? That's Frank right there.
Frank. That's my boy. That's my boy.
Man, Frank, you know, we got all kind of love for Frank. So Frank, I was with him in a little podcast right before this as well. He was with us. We've been shouting him out, supporting what he's doing. People may not know this, but the biggest thing is TMR also was a very supportive person in Frank's journey, and he's always talking about that. And I think it's amazing that before we knew all these things, we're all collaborating, doing stuff. It's like, hey, you know so and so? Oh yeah, I collab with so and so. I'm supporting so and so, and that tells you that we're all doing something that's bigger than us, because it's not a coincidence that I'm breaking bread with Joey and I'm breaking bread with Frank. And like, yeah, we breaking bread with TMR. I'm like, well, we interviewing TMR, doing a thing. And we talked about this yesterday. But there's something you said, TMR, yesterday. Me and Joey interviewed you on a Clubhouse. We talked about Clubhouse many a time, but I want to share this with those out there right now. You said something that I'd like you to repeat, which is the substance of your lyrics. And should you remove your name, the lyrics could stand the test of time in a museum because of the poetry, the artistic power. Can you repeat that again? Because that's what resounds with Brian. There's actual content, right? It's not just a beat and just imagery and just stuff that makes no sense, but really you have a message that you're portraying, that you're putting out there. Can you repeat again part of your writing process and what you mentioned as far as your words being able to be removed from your name, put on paper, hung on a wall, and left as art?
Yeah, I'm just with Brian. I'm just with Brian on this one. Like, I love the substance, and because I love the substance, I always have to put substance in my raps. I like to make it sound cool to where if you're listening to it, you're like, oh wow, that was a good line or whatever. But there's always meaning behind it, and there's always a real story behind it. Like I said, like I'm really talking about my actually a doctor, because in modern rap music, they encourage black men to do crimes and end up in jail and do all this crazy stuff and do drugs. They encourage women to, get naked, and they encourage women to encourage young ladies to do certain things. So I was like, what's counterculture? Okay, I'm gonna tell women to get jobs. I'm gonna tell men to be doctors. Don't be a rapper. Be something else. You know what I mean? So I always want to add that substance. So what I was talking about, somebody yesterday told me, it was Liz. It was Liz who asked me the question, like, what's my writing process? And I said, my writing process is this. First of all, I write down my thoughts when I first hear the music. And then I organize them in a way to where it will be poetry that will be so strong that I could take my name away from it. I could print it out. I could put it in a frame, and I could hang it in a museum. And somebody's like, I feel that without music. And if it doesn't do that, then I keep on writing. I just keep on writing and keep on writing and keep on writing and keep on writing. Like if I printed out my lyrics, you would still be able to feel it, because I say, they call it freedom because the fallen troops pay for this. I could write that out. And everybody's going to feel that. They're like, dang, it makes you think. It's like, yeah, who actually is paying for our freedom? It's the fallen troops, things like that. So I just want to always put substance out there. I always want to put meaning out there, and I always want to inspire people. I'm the messenger, so to speak. I feel like all the fallen troops, their spirit is living through me, and that's my responsibility to write their spirit and let their spirit flow throughout my pen, and then also me speak that on top of a track. I feel like I'm indebted to these fallen troops, because I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for them, because there's been plenty of times where I didn't go on a patrol and somebody else did, or I didn't sit here in the Humvee and somebody else did, and they ended up passing away or getting killed and dying and stuff like that. And I always had that survivor's guilt of, man, like, why am I here? I'm a qualified Marine because all Marines are qualified. I could shoot and run and all that type of stuff. But there were some really good Marines that got killed. You know what I mean? Like those superstars. And you're like, why am I? Like, I'm not even as dope as homeboy right there, and he got killed. How did that bullet miss me? How did that bullet miss me? So, us military guys, Army, you already know what I'm talking about. Army, Navy, Marine, Coast Guard, Air Force, whatever you are, military. There's a lot of people who have survivor's guilt, because you're like, wow, like I'm back here, but they died over there. And so instead of being suicidal or keep on blaming myself, I was like, okay, my purpose is to carry on their legacy through my craft. Through it, that's also something that is kind of cathartic to me as well. Like that's my meditation. That is my therapy, because nothing works. Only music works for me. So I use all that to keep their legacy going. And that's why I have so much substance. And that's why I'm so hard on my writing process, because it's not just me writing rap lyrics. It's me continuing the legacy of the fallen troops.
That's gold. And quite frankly, you got the content and you got the sound. So I mean, it's just
And you see what Frank says here, right? The music is magical. I'm not a rap or hip hop fan, but I'm a fan of TMR for life. I love his music and his message. And I think when you're able to start transcending genres because of the fact that your messaging is actually doing something, which is conveying actual purpose, heart, lyrics, style, craft, penmanship, all the things that are lacking arguably in many genres, right? That's just the reality. You can auto-tune things, you can get real flashy, to each their own. But it's amazing. We got Pamela as well here supporting, who joined us as well. Yes, he is brilliant. It's just amazing to be able to see folks that may have not been, fans who now are fans who are supporting the cause. Lisa sharing here, your music always does that. Old songs and new ones, having the message. Today is Red Day, remembering everyone deployed.
Yes.
Again, and that's really to TMR's point, what is powerful because of the fact that we have the ability to be here. Right? We could be doing anything else on a Friday night, but we chose to be here. We chose to hold space. I shot the flare up. I said, "Hey TMR, we're gonna, we want to go ahead and talk about the things you're doing." He said, "I'm in. Send the link." You know what I mean? I said, "Joey, you want to go ahead and do round 2?" He said, "I'm there. Send the link." And you don't find that type of response unless you're on a path that aligns with other individuals paying it forward, trying to create space for those that arguably are no longer here. We all have experienced losses. We've seen people that, man, look, I don't care what anybody says. I know people that are way better than me who sadly are no longer here. So I'll be damned if I don't hold space for them and hold it as a flag and represent in any way we can. You're doing it in music. We're doing it here. No matter what you're doing, you can do something. That's the biggest takeaway message of all of this. And I love that because, again, we're able to transcend stereotypes and stigmas. I don't listen to rap. I don't have this. I don't. No, this is love. This is message. This is a veterans who did something amazing. Again, I cannot, and again, you know how it is, right? Me, Joey, and Brian will give you your flowers. CMR will give Topher your flowers because the reality is you don't see independent folks topping charts very often, unless you're just independently wealthy and can do a Beyonce, okay? Let's just call it what it is, right? If you got that kind of money, you could do that. But for two veterans to come up and do something like that, recording something right where you're sitting, come on now, like, hey, look, you want behind the scenes right here? That's where that's why I record that verse that right now is topping charts. Not just Billy's little chart. I'm talking iTunes, Billboard, the hip. It is amazing, and it goes to show there's something bigger happening here. So this is about supporting each other, collaborating with each other. Hell, Brian done downloaded the album, he saved it. Like, that's what it's about, supporting each other because we can do that. Because then the message and what's behind it is what we can begin to do. This is how you get a seat at the table. Because tomorrow, you, TMR, and Topher have the ability to stand somewhere that because of your music and because of the charts and the things that have happened, it's, hey, we want to talk to these individuals. And now we have a seat at the table and representatives out there speaking for us in places that we didn't have an audience in.
Yeah, it's crazy, and I really appreciate the support, and that's why it's so important to just caveat your point. There's definitely way more doper people overseas that passed away, and I just feel like it's our responsibility to keep on holding that space. And also, to me, when I write lyrics and put the substance in the lyrics and then I put songs out and it charts the tops and stuff, the reason why we kept on fighting it even after we got banned and stuff is because it's not about the music, it's not about us, it's not about us as like musicians, it's about us as a community, as a veteran community. And we know that if we prove that we aren't going to give up, it's going to inspire other individuals to never give up. Because it also leads into that suicide prevention. We all need a purpose, and we're showing through our purpose that we're strong and we're resilient and that nothing can stop us. And so that's setting the example for somebody who is an author, somebody who is a podcaster, somebody who runs a veteran community like yourselves, you know what I'm saying? Like hosts and things like that. Anything, whatever. I know veteran models, whatever you want to do, but we fought back against the system in the industry specifically because we knew we came from a place where we had nothing. and we knew that a lot of people counted on us, and we knew that we stood for something greater than even the music itself. So that's why we kept on fighting, because we don't do it for just us. We do it for us as a community.
I'm about to blow your mind right now, TMR. You look at this. Look at this comment coming up here. His words and flow reminded me of Big Daddy Kane. Let that sit for a second.
Yo, I need to screenshot that.
Let that sink in for a second.
I'm screenshotting this right now. Wow.
Lyrics with substance that made you think about the words once the song is over. I'm going to say it again. His words and flow reminded me of Big Daddy Kane. Lyrics with substance and made you think about the words once the song was over. That's why Brian played it 5 times. That's why people got it on rotation, because it's not just that, it's everything. It's the beat, it's the hook, it's the My Mother Told, it's everything, and the words and the imagery. That right there, I said get ready, because this one right here was coming hot and ready, and it's a blessing, because that's what the work is about. It's bigger than us, and that right there is a powerful statement.
And Brian knows, if he said he listened to old school hip hop, Big Daddy Kane is literally a pioneer, a legend. So to even be in the same, anybody to even say the same name with me, with Big Daddy Kane, that's that's huge. That's a big thing. I really appreciate that.
No, and that's love.
And having a younger daughter, when she was a teenager, she was getting into rap, and at that time, rap was, I mean, it was just filth. It was getting into real filth, and it was really obscene. And I fought it so hard. And if your music was around, I'd be like, now this is what you need to be listening to. It's good rap. This is what you need. This is uplifting. This is encouraging. This has got a message, not this trash that's degrading everybody and everything else. So, I mean, it's sad that I got to a point where if somebody even said the word rap, my skin would fall.
I don't blame you, because what they put out there, what they make you think that's out there, especially, these big labels, they pump a whole bunch of money to these artists, because real artists, we know how much they're making. There's a lot of artists out there who act like they're rich. They're not. They're not. We actually
putting on and flexing.
We're actually doing a lot. I won't disclose, but we're doing better than a lot of artists. Like, just put it that way. Like, and it's pathetic, because they're. Thank you, I appreciate it. They're lying to little girls. They're making these little girls do these things, dance halfway naked and stuff, and it's sad. That they're doing this, and then they're creating these situations just so they can say, "Oh, it's such and such fault." No, it's the parents' fault. It is the parents' fault. You don't know what your girl's listening to.
Yep.
But it's funny. So I'll tell you. So I literally, I listened to the song. I was driving back from the VA. My wife listened to it, and the same thing. She's just like, "Huh." And I sent it to she says, send it to my son Kay. He's 16, going on 17. So I'm like, hey, listen to this real quick. So he had already listened to it. So, he takes a minute to kind of get back. And literally, this is exactly what he says. I like them. I'm not even going to pull the not my kind of music card, because it's nice. I like his flow, lyricism, the way he references that he's a soldier, a veteran and all. It definitely grew on me. And again, that's a 16-year-old kid who's inundated with all kinds of music and all kinds of things, and coming from the non-veteran space, because you know how it is. The market's the market, and the reason the billboards are speaking is because the market doesn't lie. You know what I mean? Like, and you know how that goes. Hey, I support you. We're behind you. But the rest of the world, on the other hand, what are they saying? The charts are indicators of those things, which means that you guys have the recipe that definitely has spoken to that. We got some comments that came in. Prayers for those that aren't here.
Yes,
definitely. Amen on that. We said Lisa said TMR speak it. Let's see here. Oh, I got one for you. And it's funny because when I cue this one up here, you'll have something to say. Let's see. I'm gonna just let you read. I'm gonna read this one. I'm gonna let you comment on it. You should try and meet and work with Shaggy. He's a former Marine also. I don't know. Hey, have you heard of this Marine that became an artist called Shaggy? TMR, what you got?
Hey, I got something for you. I don't want to say nothing. Remember I could show you better than I could tell you, right? Remember how you were saying that? So what I want to do is I want to show you better than I could tell you. Because I feel like if I do that, and I'll text it to you. I'll text it to you right now, DP. And so you can have it. Maybe you could queue it up for folks.
Okay.
But sometimes we got to show them before we tell them. You know what I'm saying? I just sent it to you. And if you just want to bring that up on the screen, don't say nothing. Just bring that on the screen. Just bring it on the screen.
Okay. I see what's going on over here. Hold on now. Hold on. I'm gonna cue this up here, and I'm gonna just go. We're gonna go to it in 1 second. Let me pull it up.
You got time for the whole thing, or?
Man, look, this is Friday Night Live. We got time for man. Look.
I feel like we need some of Joey's cigar and whiskey to sit here and enjoy this good stuff.
Enjoy it.
Alrighty. Wait a sec. I think we're ready. Let me cue this bad boy up. All right.
I think this one has a little bit of language in it, though. So.
Okay, now we good. It's late night.
Okay,
Friday night, bro. Friday night.
So let me bring up the comment again, because the word of the day is we could show you better than we could tell you. All right. So the comment was, you should try and meet and work with Shaggy. He is a former Marine. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Let's World War Cipher.
And then she tells me no veteran's going to succeed in the entertainment industry.
Speaking of entertainment, though, hey, Marine Rapper, what's up, dude? I'm over here
with
rap songs. I'm not even a rapper. When are you going to come with some fire or do something for us, man? I feel like you've been a little lackluster lately.
All right. Well, I got something for you, man. Hey, I've been working with some big artists, man. Some big artists, world-renowned, double Grammy winning, has some pretty popular song. Yeah, he won a Grammy last year with Sting, so, and he's a Marine. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wait, do we get to preview this or something? Is this we want to listen?
Yeah. Well, I'll play a little bit for you so you believe me that I actually.
Yeah, I don't believe you. I think you're just trying to get clout right now, as the kids say.
All right, bet, Mac.
Yo. The Marine rapper wants to let the world know that he and his group of military musicians are here to destroy the competition. They're bringing the battlefield to the boot. Real veterans, real music only. This is the World War Cipher. You get that? Shoot it!
Ding ding, I'm in the ring, no guarantee I'm gonna fight fear. Mike Tyson right here, drop bars, bite ears. Boy, simmer, behold a hungry operating pan a light dinner. Looking for trouble, might go near the realm and fight China. Marine rapper tell me go feed the chopper. Make them ball for them mama and papa. Hold up. Me have a whole heap of things to mention. The way they move, me not trust them in all. Watch them move, me not trust them in all. The ones you put your faith in, set up the first goal, what hate him when I put this as code for crush and me to sophisticated. Now I let them instigating success, got me dating instead. I motivate them, fantasize, but strangulating, coordinating with the feds in the field. End up in jail without bail. Now like to cut them a lot of cocktails. So now me watch them through binoculars, watch them from my binocular, monitor my vernacular, measure them with my caliper. Snakes, what type the rattler? Chase you if you're popular. Snakes, what type the rattler? Chase you if you're popular. Snakes, what type the rattler? Chase you if you're popular. But if you feel them gone, them on and off there now.
Bad yellow thing, fatty poking out of Daisy Deuce. Made me wanna go and break her down like I ate for glue. Visions of copping the Hellcat, yeah, the saber tooth. Do it for the soldiers in heaven who wasn't able to. If my brother Justin was here, he'd probably be faded too. If my brother Jamie was here, he'd probably be faded too. Kung Fu grip on his weapon, sipping that 80 proof. Before you make me a veggie, I eat a plate of soup. Vagrant teenager, grandmama Lou, what they made me do. Swipe a zip from under they nose, that's why I'm late to school. Eyes devil red, but my clothes Carolina baby blue. Had a locker smelling like Team Spirit in 92. Phone blinging. As I dash through the night, I know it costs to be this raw, but may I ask you the price? Raw sin is just a passion of Christ, baby. And darkness is just the absence of light, baby.
Where I'm from is either trap or it ain't trap. Look, but if it ain't trap, it's pro sports or
rap. No disrespect, but you ain't real. It's best you stand back. This hardship I carry when I up it, make a big splash. I'm not trying to be the best, but that's just what I do. I talk in notes fly in the air, they say I got the tunes. She look at me and see a diamond like it's a cartoon. And now my stock been going up from the beats that I strewn. These rappers capping, I got passion for pleasing. So every pap I hit got unrequited love and it leave me. Got a message from the past me. He told me watch out for the snakes and keep your grass green. Cut it every last week. They tried to plot, send a thought, almost got me popped. I had to learn from BYG, gotta shelter my heart. I used to stress over women and what's done in the dark, but I flipped that switch the script and got a better part.
Look, I said, feel my presence, the pressure is in this hell's kitchen. Verbal addiction and contradicting what I was given. Mad sinning with liquor and bad women. Good intentions that fell short, this hell's court. The 2020, I'm visioning like a crash course. This the future, then I don't know what to ask for. I'm just an 803 baby, forever that. So Carolina, you probably hear it in every rap. Not the north, the southern, until they bury me. Doctor, this music like respirators and IVs. Bet you guessing, no questioning, this is BYG. So keep your distance, I be this way till I'm 6 feet. Never influenced by movements or what the culture doing. If it ain't congruent with my dreams, I can't get into it. Only time they down with you is if they fill you up. Can't pour into your dreams, but we'll surely sip the cup. We up.
Oh, well,
Oh, this.
100 bands just to crash in it. That's how I'm feeling when I'm passionate. 89 to the present, put a dash in it. I come fully loaded with the brass in it. I've been gully since Gullah. I hit them, they don't recover. I spit it but never stutter. This is my bread and butter. I'm off of that buddy. I'm sticking to brother. I stick with who really with me. I'm talking since gutter. Wife, you been in the trenches. I guess I'm a lover. She needed, I got it covered. What else from my baby mother? Let one of these touch her. I'm on them like Danny Glover. Like quick with the lethal weapon. Won't never see Mr. Jessin. Your future cut short for stepping. Protecting my soul connection, but don't get the wrong impression. Yeah, cause I'm still chilly with it. Militant, so I'm milly with it. Bad boy like I'm Biggie with it. Bad boy like I'm Will and I'm jiggy with it. No filter, but I'm pretty with it. I cut deep, ain't no pity with it. Ain't no joke, but I get silly with it. I ain't got time to take it easy, I get busy with it.
You know my report, murderous intent. When I hit a beat, who keep a score 45 or 22, depending on my mood to shoot. So I gotta be direct, all about respect and those that I'm sworn to protect. See, you can't call me game like Kazam in 93. Full of that blue magic, shock 'em all like static. Spin out of control, you still might get a ring. Spins out of control, my publishing getting bling. Welcome to the jungle, never feel the rumble. We refuse to struggle, double stacking all the bundles, we refuse to crumble. Tired of the riff-raff, what they riff-raff. Don't know about a good stance for the kick. Highest on any track, that's my deadly sin. Word to Escanor, 7-figure lifestyle and we bless some more. And say I'm arrogant, I say you ignorant to my confidence. I know I'm it, or maybe just a wrinkle in time, but I'm still divine.
Perfect timing, I'm violent when I get to rhyming. I'm that pasty mud who burns in the ultraviolet. Yeah, I'm factor 50, acting shifty, like when you flat to occupy it. Independent soldier, the truth, I come to colonize it. Cause I roll with the vets, posing a threat, socially inept from moments of death. Show some respect, we only just met. You don't want me like a hole in your head. When I loosen the grip, I shoot from the hips. I aim that spit and let loose from the lips. I'm brutal as the truth of it is you gotta see me parachuting as hey. I rent these British terrains in a set of different camos, where all it does is just rain when we go and stack them ammos. With a maroon beret and a Pegasus running up the flagpole, dropping these shells on the target to stop these broken arrows.
THE, mother MC. You can look, but you ain't gon' find nobody flyer than me. Ain't nobody higher than me. Mama highest indeed. Nikki taught me when they got me a LLC. I ain't packed the 2020 dog, cause this shit been a trip. People getting sick and shit, the whole economy just flipped. Enemy is closing in, the ops is killing off our men. So here's your mission, pay attention, make the opposition listen. Tell them mama said knock you out. Tell the devil mama said that pop you in your lion lips. Back, but I got this shit cause you can get something worth crying about. Brought you into this world, now I'm about to take your wealth down. Caught my ex creeping on the counter. Mama not the one, I got the gun, I'm letting rounds off. Hey, that's so damn good at rapping, now I guess I gotta sing. MCMP and we gang. Ayo.
The lumberjack returns, chopping for better scenes. Now on paper asking if what I get is evergreen. Told him I've been unseen, back when I met Marine. Freedom is an incoming call, let it ring. I got you, reach you, but I'm hard to reach like Machu Picchu. Shucking, you better believe it, and yet to evolve it's like I'm Pichu. Finally day. Put them on the internet, well, gotta be true. You oughta know about the message inside of me, like I'm R2D2. Only dope, never gonna reach you. Rhetoric been see through, let a veteran teach you. Three-headed beast, how we ever gonna meet you? Find out what it leads to. No care at all like beef stew. Oh, these few who unleashed you foul like Artemis. Pardon miss, you want no part in this. Am I that hard to miss? The way I feel the beat, I'm wondering whose heart is this? Looking like a farmer, gotta be how we market this. And they expect more, but I don't know what my target is. And I'm marvelous with the artfulness, supportive of the shot like a harquebus.
Here comes Greg with your organic carrots. He credits sun, good soil, and a little.
Look at me, I'm the captain now. I know what all of your raps about. Fictional characters, y'all is embarrassing. Everyone nothing but actors now. I was overseas from Gatch around. All of my enemies gave them pound, cause they will never just gun me down. Everybody hit the floor, everyone back. The rapper Marine, Shaggy the best that there is. Just so it be sting, no need to act. You punks are not next to my pen. Call me the gold, fire whenever I spit. Whenever I rap, it's barbecue. Taking out all of your kin. I'm that action figure, left my mama's in with cross planet. Shot cannons, bombs blasting, thought I'd never leave. There was no flower for my mama, see beat the reaper. I got savage, bred in battle, so glad to bag up all of you non-rappers. Promised that on tour I had the heat before I had a fan. Wasn't shady, but my lady called me in Afghanistan. After Reba, did it for my daughter, sending money back. No return, never had my mind in coming back.
No return, never had my mind in coming back. Never.
Veterans needed something.
No return, never had my mind
in coming back. Now that I think about it, I got nothing but scoffs, nothing but doubters. They said rapping wouldn't get me this far. Look at what happened, went from the battle to internet star. Known for the rapping and the flag jacking up in about bars. Shh, y'all talk about things that you never did. I talk about things that I really live. MC and Marine, I really is. Explosion in the rock by the lip. Then I came back just to tell you there's nobody taking what's mine. Now my time bomb, y'all talk, I'm really the guy. No, my y'all know what time it is. Bombs and the shot snapping. Hate frauds with a true passion. Reason Marines here, I do this for my true passion. Traces let you have it. True guns erase habit. Walked in that blueprint and came back just too drafted. Battlefield of dreams called the team, so we all collect. Use a dirty road to pave the way for my combat vets who lack a place for living. Need some comfort, ain't in houses yet. We got some soldiers missing, need some justice, we ain't found it yet. And the suicide, taking lives of our servicemen. We really need to pull it, cause the pushers ain't gon' stop they death. Jim ain't got the diamond, so I gotta get this off my chest. Dropping truth, bombs, fake views is the biggest threat. So I made this for all of my troops, veterans needing something. Military, musician, the team. All of us help construct this world war cipher, bringing the heat. Enemy self-destructing. Indy made the band, and the Marine made the band of brothers. And I didn't say like. Oh man, I just said like. Somebody could get up, you're.
Oh man.
So those are. That's my team of all military. They're all military. They're all vets. You saw I have female, I have male, liberal, conservative, whatever you want to say. I had the guy in the middle that was R&B. He's Coast Guard rapper.
The Air Force woman. God.
Yeah, she's nice, right? She's from Long Beach. So.
Boy, said Mama said knock you out.
You see, she had a belt.
Man, look, I just, because it was brought up, the Marine rapper is where you'll find him on Instagram for those that are looking. All the things that are happening here, amazing work, the collabs. You see what we're doing here. But again, like we said in the beginning, we could just show you better than we could tell you, because at the end of the day, that was a great comment that came up.
To answer your question, I already worked with Shaggy, kind of.
So yeah, this artist called Shaggy. I think you might have met him. You might have known him.
Maybe once or twice. But that was just to show like the veteran community of musicians, and I wanted to show the diverse crowd, especially like how Brian was saying, like, you know, a lot of people fell in love with rap but fell out of love with rap because of the nonsense. But like, I wanted to show that there's substance. Mm-hmm. You know, we had people talking about every certain type of experience that they've been through, not just me. I just finished it off to kind of like round it up as like the leader of it, but like they were talking about everything underneath the sun, and I love it. And they all come from different places. I don't know if you noticed, there's actually an international soldier. I had a British soldier on
I caught that.
Yeah. So he's a hungry dude, man. He looks like Peaky Blinders. I was like, man, hey. He's like, what should I do? I said, be British. Be British.
Own it. My man came with the lumberjack axe and everything, chopping down stuff.
Yeah.
But this right here is a comment that I think, to your point, came up where that's what the intent was. I didn't know we had that many veterans in music. Now you know.
Yep. And those are guys that I went to school with, or friends that I met over the years and things like that at conventions and conferences and things, like, you know, how I met Joey and stuff. And I was like, oh man, you're dope. Like, let's work. And then eventually when I had the opportunity to bring everybody I was going to say, I edited the video and I produced the track too. Another guy made the beat. Samad Savage made the beat, but to make it sound more military. You saw and you heard all the gunshots and stuff. So I added all in there, and then I edited the video and I got everybody's video together, and that's it. And I put it up on everybody. So I'm proud that we're able to show a diverse crowd of veterans, to show that we're not a monolith. You know what I mean? Because everybody thinks we're the same. We're different. You know, you saw that female in there killing it.
Man, look, she said, "Mom said knock you out," and I'm just putting up to the comments afterward. You know, this made my Friday. You know, dropping mics, freaking explosions. Again, this is the amazing, beautiful power, beauty, fullness, awesomeness that's in our community. This is what's in our ranks. And to be able to highlight and showcase it, that's what it's about. Because look at all the amazing artists that we saw, and I love how every breakdown had their branch of service, their name, and all. Again, being able to showcase that, literally, we have an entire community in our community, and being able to showcase that and have a conversation about it. Again, I think it just pays it forward, because, like you saw one of the comments, I can understand every lyric. It's not mumble rap. It's not what people would assume. There's substance on every single one, every single person that you had on there. All those artists, amazing. I'm telling you. But again, the question came: have you heard of this artist called Shaggy?
yeah. So yeah, I have heard of Shaggy. Big fan of Shaggy. And then another thing I do want to say, to caveat off of your point, like, they all had substance. Like, I just didn't work there, and I already thought they were talented. So it was like they were talented first, and then, oh, you're a veteran. So that's why I picked Brian likes.
And I'm just popping on some of the comments that are coming through, because again, people are still kind of reeling over it. I got text messages coming in. I got messages across different platforms. It's just amazing, Lisa, because TMR is brilliant being able to bring together these individuals. Mark said this will be my new jam in my 4x4. Awesome. And again, you know, look it up. This is what's in our culture. I totally agree that music can change the world. Music is the healing of the people. You know, I mean, literally, you saw every type of flow. You had some tones of R&B. You had some reggae tones. You had some hip hop tones. You had literally a whole tapestry of artistry that's within our community. Nobody from the outside coming in, because again, when it's all said and done, Shaggy's one of us. Fun fact, you know what I mean, being a Marine.
And he's an immigrant too, and then that's why I led it off with the immigrant. He's actually Jamaican, from the Navy, and I led it off with him because I was like, man, I have to find a reggae military artist. And I'm like, how did I find this unicorn? I have no idea, but cool. So it was just cool. We're able to add everything in there and just show America, because we're built from different parts and pieces, and we all come together and make it better.
Yes. No, maybe the statement was, maybe I shouldn't have asked. No, you should have asked, because that literally exposed us to all the amazingness, where Brian was like this. He's like, man, I thought I was freaking good to go with the Patriot. let's not even start on culture war. Like, come on, man. Y'all ain't ready for all of this in one shot. It's an overdose.
Because I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, an unexpected bonus came out of this, and TMR doesn't realize this, but he passed the audition to do a duet with Amy. So that's something else in the future.
So TMR, we have a running part that we do on Friday Night Lives, because again, it's about holding space, and the reality is that there's someone out there right now who may not have anything to do on a Friday night, right? We made a point to hold this space, but we know there are some veterans right now watching this who don't have family. They may be estranged, they may be by themselves, and again, back to the point of it's not only about awareness. It's saying, like, what TMR does every day is he holds space on his Instagram live. He goes live for 22 minutes, and we're going to talk about that because what we do is about more than awareness. It's about action. It's about prevention. So this right here, to TMR's point, it's what we do. Friday nights, we hold space right here. And it's literally saying, hey, you got nowhere to go? Be with us. I want to see your name. I'm going to pull you on the screen. We're going to have a conversation. This is what we do. It doesn't matter what people may think. It's ultimately about us doing something more, because you don't have to be a statistic or just say, hey, raise awareness. No. Hold space. We could all be doing many things on a Friday night, but we chose to sit here, hold this space to be able to break bread with our brothers and sisters, not only highlighting the amazing things that are going on there, but even you that are watching right now, you are a part of this. And this is the part that I want to be able to say again, I'll say it for Joey and I'll say it for TMR, the success that right now Topher and TMR are having, it's our success. And the reason I'm saying that is because it's our success as a community. Even if you might be 67-year-old, you might be a Vietnam veteran, you might feel that, what is your purpose in all this? You're part of this. If one wins, we all win. If one succeeds, we all succeed. And our collective win, Veterans Network, what we do, Clubhouse, the biggest club, all of this is us coming together saying, hey, you're a part of this because you're part of our community. You are part of our tribe. And if one person in the tribe wins, everyone in the tribe wins. If one person eats, we're all eating. And that's changing the narrative of, hey, we might bicker among ourselves and go Army, beat Navy and all that stuff. But to the world, we fight united. And that does not stop in uniform. That happens here in the veteran space. And that's what I want to stress to those out there. So the music, I know it's blessing many of you, but partake in it. Be a part of it, support the cause, because that's what a community does.
Yep.
Joey, you've been rocking over there, Joey. What you thinking, Joey?
No, I just love these conversations, man. And when Ray and I first met, we met down in DC, and people were like, I was outside, right, the mobile cigar lounge. So we're outside, we're chilling. We have our smoke pit going. We're just me and my partner Patrick. We're just smoking cigars, meeting some awesome people. Like, yo, TMR's here. I'm like, TMR? They're like the Marine rapper. And at that time, I just heard, right, just being honest, heard a little bit. And, it's funny, like, until I finally, like, you sat down with us, you were chilling, like, hey, what's up, man? And I was like, fellow Marine, we're like, Semper Fi, bro. I gave you a cigar. We got to enjoy that experience. Which is why I things like this, and which is why we're in the cigar business. I use the vessel as a cigar, and I get to meet people like Ray, because back in if you got them, and you're forming those school circles, forming those smoke pits, I get to meet people like Ray, and let me tell you, I've met some very awesome people because of that. But Ray, I definitely remember that day when you came up, and he freestyled a little bit, because he told us, like, he raps, like, bro, can you throw down a little freestyle? And he just threw a little bit, and we smoked a cigar that night, and then Ray had to do his thing. He had to go. Grassroots, and that's why he talks about veteran entrepreneurs, showing that resiliency, showing some love to people. Like, let me tell you, like, Ray was hustling during that time, and I bet you had a lot going on, but for him to sit, maybe it was 10, maybe it was 20 minutes. But Ray, I'm very, very, very privileged to see where you came from, bro. Especially where you're coming through now. And I'm glad to be that our journeys kind of like we walked the path together, and we're still going to walk this path together. And people like DP and Brian putting this Veterans Network, this is the beauty of it, and this is why it makes life so much worth it. And this journey, you commented on that, Ray, but then I became a fan since that day. I became a fan ever since. So watching your journey, I think that was like 2 or 3 years ago, bro.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Probably. It's been an awesome journey. I really appreciate it. Very privileged, my man.
And
I really
here's a
appreciate
great
that.
comment as well for you, TMR.
Says, happy to have found this show and awesome music that reminds me of the hip hop I listen to. My dad was a vet, so happy to have this space. That's awesome. It's crazy to compare, my music and the people I work with music to like legends and the pioneers. That's the biggest compliment you can give. Like, because that means that we're on the right track and that we are doing the work of the pioneers today. So thank you so much, everybody saying that. That's the biggest compliment you could say. Biggest.
Mm-hmm. We got one here from Jay. Is TMR willing to do a clubhouse listening party in Veteran Network? I'll tell you, there's some good stuff coming here. There's a concert series going on right now that we're supporting. We got some talks going on to put together a veteran concert series as well. And where can we find, Joey, some artists that are veterans? where can we find 10 artists that are veterans that could jump in and hold space for our vets and be able to actually bring awareness and prevention and action? TMR, do you know anybody who might be able to support?
I might know a couple.
Hold on, do you need me to cue it up again? Because people talking about hitting them one more time.
I just showed you 10.
Shit, man, look, I can show you better than I can tell you.
Yeah. So yeah. Matter of fact, I'll send you another one, way shorter.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like this one's dope. This is like we're like Beastie Boys 2.0, like my rap group that I'm in. So I'm also in another rap group with Topher and the guy who looked like a lumberjack, D-Cure. I'm in a group with him. I'm actually going to text this to DP really quick. So I know a lot of different veteran artists, and this is the all veteran group, and I just sent it to DP. It's going through. Yeah, I just left.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
And this is awesome right here. One of our veterans, that was my niece that just shared the show. So
Wow.
even there, this goes to the point where we have even older veterans who are sharing it with their family. They're able to relate to this, and it tells a story that for some, right, it's hard to be able to tell. And I think there's a powerful piece here that I'm gonna interject very quickly. We heard and read the lyrics. We saw the style. But there are some veterans out there that don't have the ability to articulate what's happening inside of them, okay? And if one of these tracks or these lyrics or this music has the ability to connect a father with a son again or a daughter again and say, check out what one of the Marines who's a rapper is doing or what these veterans are doing, this is my story that I could never tell. Think about that for a second.
Wow.
Think about that for a second. The fact that you can have a veteran who's older, may not get down with hip hop, but respects what TMR is doing, what Topher is doing, and team, and in turn can say, this is how I felt. Because think about what poetry does. I don't know how to articulate to you what's happening inside of me right now. But this captures that. This is saying what I feel. And if that can become a piece that can reestablish a conversation, that's a whole nother conversation. That goes beyond music. That now becomes the healing part. Because people say music is the healing of the nations. Well, how does that happen, right? Think about what Bob Marley did, that iconic picture where he took those two opposing parties and raised their hands. It was that music that brought them together on that stage. What's happening here, it's the same exact thing. So the fact that these lyrics can speak to what some veterans may not be able to articulate, that is part of the burden of the responsibility of the charge that TMR was talking about. If being able to hold space for those that are no longer here and create conversations for those that have passed, that's what this is about. That's a whole nother level. So I'm gonna let that sink in, because for some, they got stuck on the lyrics alone. No, this is more than that. This is truly what's happening. That's what this comment shows to me, for those that are out there watching. So it's more than just saying, hey, like it and share and download it. No, literally think about that for a second. There's a veteran out there who's gonna say, hey, Billy, check this out. What do you think about that? That's my culture. That's where I come from. You may have not served because, you didn't go that way, because Uncle Bob is that old grumpy Marine from Vietnam. But these lyrics and these words speak to my truth. That's timeless. That's the artistry that TMR holds himself through when he's talking about it has to cut the mustard. I have to be able to put the lyrics on paper, hang it on the wall, and it stands the test of time. That's why Buffalo Soldier, No Woman, No Cry, stands the test of time, because the words are still applicable to today. And that's the responsibility, and where TMR was talking about of how he holds himself true to that level. It's not just a mumble rap to make it sound good. Okay, you can dance to it, you can sell some charts, but does the words mean anything? Would LB share that with his niece if the words did not do the impact that you made a point to put on paper? So is that an accurate statement, TMR, from your perspective?
Yeah. What you said.
And I'm going to cue up here, but I just wanted to share that because, again, those are the moments that sometimes get lost in translation. And I wanted to just highlight that because those are pivotal milestones that we have to stamp and recognize for what they do for many. Let's see here. So I'm going to cue this up here in a second. We got a whole bunch of comments in the chat section here.
That's good.
Let's see. Throw something at me. All I saw was damn DP. I saw, grab something, shut up.
Oh yeah. I was like, what at first?
Let's see. Jay's here. TMR and the crew are using the musical platform to project our voice to the masses. Right. So these are comments that I'm pulling up to validate what we're saying because it's the message, it's the intent behind that, the expectations I would offer to all of you guys, and we talked about intention versus expectation. I would go so far to say TMR did not write a song or collaborate with the expectation of topping a chart. I rather would say he came into this with the intention that I'm going to create space. And I'm going to pay it forward. I'm going to create something beautiful that is going to impact and touch someone's life and tell a story. And what happens after that is the manifestation of the intention. Versus, I got to make a banger so we can go ahead and get paid and get on the chart. Because that's an expectation, which is a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, you don't do that because when you do that, you kind of like lose the emotion and the rawness of whatever you're trying to say. If it tops the chart, cool. Do we want to top charts? Yes. Don't get it twisted. We want to top charts, but first of all, what we want to do is we want to tell the story of our fellow warfighters and our communities. And if we could do both, it's a beautiful thing.
Yes. Well, Joey, what are you thinking on that? And then Brian, and I'm gonna cue up the video here to bring it up.
No, it just shows the passion behind it. And every time we talk to other fellow veterans that are just paving the way, or just paying homage to those that have been before us. I mean, it's just great. And just listening to TMR, DP, Brian, it's just great. And seeing all the comments showing so much love. It's just the love of the community and the passion behind it. But TMR is right. Don't get it twisted. It's great that hang billboards. For us as a company, also we're being in magazines. We're being, that's great. But the passion behind it, why we love what we're doing. I mean, that's the true essence of why we're doing it. So no, really love it.
Brian, what you thinking, brother?
No, absolutely. I mean, and that's the beauty of the community, right? And just like you were saying earlier, DP, when one wins, we all win. Well, how does that one person win? Because we're all behind you too. So we're here to lift you up. We're here to support you, and we're here to support each other. We're here to support Joey. We're here to support Frank. We're here to support each and every veteran who is putting it forward to make a success. I mean, we like you said, you make music and getting to the top of the billboards. I mean, hey, that's the target, right? Getting awards and things like that. That's, hey, who doesn't like to get recognized for their work? And the success that Joey's having as he's continuing to grow, and again Frank, I mean, and seeing this collaboration, it's the movement. It's like we were joking the other day about squad maneuvers, but we're all moving together, right? We're all shoot, move, and communicate, and we're just all advancing together, and that's the beauty of it.
I'm going to cue up here the next track. And I would say to you that when you start to look at intention and you start looking at manifestation, some people get it kind of hokey, right? Whatever your belief system may be, what you sow is what you get, karma, divine intervention, whatever it may be. The reality is that I don't want to shy away from the fact that success is required to accomplish the mission that's bigger than us. I'm going to say it again. Success is required to accomplish the mission that is bigger than us. What that means is TMR and Topher come together, and the fact that the charts are being put together and the money, that's needed because that allows for more things to happen to accomplish the mission. So now it's in a reset, right? So this is now looking at, what are we looking at here? It's not about bigging ourselves up. It's about being able to put a message together which requires resources. Resources requires funds, requires awareness and attention. In an industry that's saturated with negativity, the only way to stand out is to be able to work your way through the charts and work your way up. And as you get up that chart and you start becoming a known staple in that space, you need the funds and resources to support what it takes to play at that level. So what I'm saying is that the money will come. The resources will come. The accolades will come, but they're tools to accomplish a bigger mission. If that's the intention, now everything changes. Because it's not chasing the material. No, it's saying we need material things to keep programming going, to be able to make collaborations, to be able to travel and do things. Those things are required. But because the fact that those things are being used to now create space to have this conversation, that's why success comes now. That's why doors will open now, because the intention is coming from a true, genuine place that resounds and goes beyond generations. So that's, for me, what I see with what Topher and TMR are doing. And I say that because sometimes some folks shy away from it, right? Like, oh, stay true, stay humble. No, yes, that's happening. But we need the resources and tools because business is business. You got to travel. You got to move. You got to shake hands. You can't sit next to someone at the Emmys, right? Or at a certain awards or, what have you, certain circles and break through and say, wait a second, like the first thing you said yesterday. So you're the Marine rapper? First question, are you a Marine? Yes. Are you a rapper? Yes. Did you just win that? Yes. Let's have a conversation about mental health. Let's have a conversation about suicide prevention. Let's have a conversation about what our culture, our community doesn't have. That's what's at stake here. That conversation is what changes it. The acceptance speech tomorrow is the caveat to be able to say, while I'm here real quick, this is for those that didn't come back.
That's the first, after God and my mama, that's the first thing I'm going to say.
Look. Let's go to the music, man. You got me all fired up here, TMR. Stop this now. So we have here Space Force Galaxy featuring Topher, DQ, the Marine rapper. Let's go.
I've been running all over through the galaxy, through the galaxy, through the galaxy. I've been roaming all over in this galaxy. It's a tragedy for the galaxy. I got nothing to say. Sergeant came down with new orders today. Said you're defective while breaking away from detainment and leaving the whole base afraid. Discovered you work for the SS&A. Stolen some seekers and they ran away. Some of my team and I knew right away. We were the hunters and you are the prey. Hard to believe that I was sleeping with the enemy. Never occurred for me to doubt your identity. I wanted to exist in the big captivity. The one I found a message, I'm thinking about sanity. On the road, here we go like a low roll. Follow code, let it go, do what I was told. The better whether I can take the shot. Pray I'm not the one in that spot. It's a war going on right now in my head. Fighting with all the BS you fed. Making contact is what I dread. I don't wanna see you end up dead. Maybe emotions are clouding my judgment. I don't like being bludgeoned. But tell me what trust do I have? An order's an order. Indiscretion. Running all over through the galaxy. Through the galaxy. Through the galaxy. I've been searching all over in the galaxy. Don't be mad at me in the galaxy. Looking for your face in the vacuum of space. How you disappear without a trace. I've been roaming all over in this galaxy. It's a tragedy for the galaxy.
I remember when you protect. Now we out here, gotta watch you defect. Man, what happened to you? You forget. I'll never believe it, look at you, you're a vet. You used to behave and be glad. Stationed in Prague, you would be waving a flag. Bull send away to a land. Rifles side by side, now you're aiming the back. Off in the stars, never coming off guard. Down when I'm up, got the heat on me like a Pop-Tart. No out the whack bar, you're not going that far. Never holding that back, and you lower that bar. I'ma need a minute before I blow my friend away. Say a couple words, I'm mother for my hands of prey. Promise I'ma hate it when I see you go to waste. Just another body floating in space. If you go against the cavalry, you'll be a casualty in the galaxy. I put you in a box like MSD. Everyone can kinda feel the gravity. We back at the academy, but they understand it that it had to be.
I've been running all over through the galaxy.
in the mirror and you wondering lately who's the best in the galaxy of record making. TMR need no confirmation. All the spaces are done invaded. All the operators, all the troopers using me to do communications. Think they died just so you could take this? Never ever, no one better, two ahead of everybody. That's my posse, never said I'll give you less for anybody. Out of the country, I projected heavy metal, how I rock it. Interstellar type of fella, I ejected all of you into 3, 2, 1. Here, of another level with the weapon like streaming on my rubber. Do not try me, it is futile, no survival, only silence after crying. Let me inside, catch you fluent rain. Through the space in the land galactic, blast in your face, a apparatus. And it never face you, love the battle. Till you had to face me feeling trapped in. Everywhere you go in the cosmos can't escape me. Loco, cause you cannot shake me. Slow poke in your heavy spacesuit. I know that you wanna erase me, but you can't, cause you're me, I made you.
I've been running all over through the galaxy. Through the galaxy. Through the galaxy. I've been searching all over in the galaxy. Don't be mad at me in the galaxy. Looking for your face in the back of my space. How you disappear without a choice. I've been roaming all over in this galaxy. It's a tragedy for the galaxy. SOS.
Oh.
My man.
One second.
There's still time.
Space cruise, where will we take you? You're not sure, turn it up and stay tuned. They do more out there than pay dues. Gotta take in a great view. We don't know about you, ayy. Sometimes we jump in the ship and just cruise. We don't know about you, ayy. Sometimes we just hop in the ship and we
Look who's driving. Delivery boy, really wanna chill, but still will fry you. All of you spuds, silence the snubs, the one, I've been there with my dudes. Futurama. We the people BC talking about how planetary, how we rock it. All of my lines, wrinkle in time, and yeah, I'm carrying iron. So you all press, all of my steps, and yeah, you follow.
Man.
They said,
How y'all feeling that?
Yeah.
That's hot, bro. That's fire.
That's good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to add that to the playlist too, man.
The question came up. They said they needed a Space Force conversation, so hey, we had to take him there one time. The comment of the day, or the statement of the day, is I could show you better than I could tell you. Come on now, people. I was flashing the comments up as we were going through the lyrics there. We got Hiram here. He said, I am bald, but I want to grow me a red mohawk now. Come on. Look, I got to find a way to get that bad boy going. Lisa definitely giving a shout out here. Chase, check out the older stuff of TMR, Topher, and D-Cure. All amazing, awesome songs, straight fire. We got Jay Melendez, the wife, up in the house, talking about sweet beat, love it. I literally got a message right now talking about this is how we do it. They're streaming this right now on their television. I'll pop it up here in a second. So I'm telling you, it's amazing. Again, the power of music. Orange for the second album. People talk about the jacket making that debut. It's like an extra ending at the end of a blockbuster hit. You saw the credits, and then you get the little. Oh, wait a second, there's some time left. Boom, little teaser at the end.
Yeah, that's our next thing coming up. That's our next song.
So we got here some comments. That was nice. Frank is loving it. We got some. Everybody needs to buy. Go ahead and buy Rocket Science. It is fire. Just amazing. And of course we got comments for Hair Club for Men for those that may not have the ability to grow the hair right now, but it's amazing. Again, just being able to even share this with those that may have never seen or heard the music or know that this is literally what's in our community. Again, this is the powerfulness of what's there. TMR, here's for a little teaser right here of what someone just sent over. They said this is how we doing it right now at Casa de J. Literally on the television, streaming, listening. This is what is happening.
That's crazy.
So that's
another thing I want to say with the with my Space Force group with D-Cure, Topher, and myself and the Marine Rapper in Space Force. All of our music is clean. So, Brian, you could put on Rocket Science, and don't worry. It's all clean. No profanity, no explicit lyrics. We only talk about space stuff.
Hey, I'm gonna be pushing your stuff with all the, because this happens to be a big birthday weekend with the kids.
Yeah.
Your name's going all around the group.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, just remember the Marine Rapper, D-Cure, Topher, and Space Force, and you'll be all right. We have so much music out there. You can just go on Spotify, any streaming platform or platform you guys are on. We're on there. We're on there with the big dogs too. We make sure we publish our music, so it's up there. But just if you remember the names D-Cure, Topher, the Marine Rapper, and Space Force, you'll be all right. And you'll run into the other song called the World War Cipher, and you'll find that long song that we all liked with all the different veterans.
Yes. We got some comments. There's a question here that I'm going to have you ask for an answer here. I can't validate right now or fact check, but I thought this was pretty interesting, so we'll go ahead and put it up. DP gentleman, Peter North here, old adult film star, great content, thanks Peter. Peter North, old school adult film star, saying hey.
Oh, wow.
So there's a little bit of that.
Like the Peter North.
I don't want to verify.
Whatever it is, hey, if you're just showing love, it's all good. Whatever you do behind closed doors is your business. If you're an adult, it's your business. I don't care.
Exactly.
But yeah, thank you for the love. Yeah.
So here's a question for you, my brother, coming at you. Please ask TMR to share how he, Topher, and D-Cure made history at the Alamo. First question of the night.
Yeah, so basically what we did was we are the first rappers to actually do a show at the Alamo. We did a show last Saturday. So we actually did a rap show at the Alamo. It was cool, family friendly. The kids were dancing. We posted some pictures on Instagram and stuff. We're going to have an article coming out next month, so we don't want to spoil a lot of the surprises. But yeah, we're the first rappers to perform at the Alamo. We verified that with the people there. They're like, yeah, as long as we've been working here, we've never seen any rappers rap here. We've seen country stars and stuff, but not rappers. And we're the first rappers to do it.
And the kids were jamming at the concert at the Alamo.
Yep. Man. Facts. That's a fact.
We got some amazing comments here from Marine 825 Hiram. It's awesome to see fellow veterans succeeding, doing their things. Much love and respect. I know you're going to love this one, TMR, because this one to me, I think really stands back to what we said earlier. This transcends race, genre, and era and branch.
Wow.
I'm going to just let that sink. I'm going to just let that sink. I knew I was going to get you.
That one got me. That's crazy. It's like, because like when we're working together and stuff like that, we don't really, think about that. We're not blind. We know that, some people are white, Mexican, all that, reggae stars and stuff like that. We know that, but we don't think about that. We just be like, oh, this guy's talented. Let's work. You know what I mean? And so to see, all the accolades and to see people notice it after the fact of all the hard work that we're putting in, and that they're saying that we're aligned with like hip hop legends and we transcend all these genres and they don't even like rap, but they listen to us. It means a lot. So don't think that it's unnoticed, and we appreciate y'all. I'm speaking on behalf of the team. We all appreciate you for that comment.
This is, Lisa here commenting, I'll be recommending this to my grandson who's 13.
Wow. That's crazy. Because we talk about that. We talk about that all the time, that, kids need better influences.
Mm-hmm.
Because what they're telling the boys to do is to act wild and not take care of the responsibilities, and they're telling the girls to just wild out and attract guys to get pregnant or whatever, and then the guys leave them and stuff, and then they wonder why there's issues. It's because the role models that they have is unfortunately individuals who aren't pushing those good morals out to them. And we're like, hey, they're going to listen to rappers and entertainers anyway. Why not us be that example? Because they're not looking up to the right people. And that's why in the Patriot, I brought up my brother who's a doctor, because I'm just like, hey, listen, like, you can be a doctor, you can be something else. You don't have to be a rapper, you don't have to be an actor, you don't have to be a ball player. There's other things.
So we have a comment that came here. So I'll put this one up first. So to the same point that was brought up before from Mr. North, keeping it G-rated tonight. And of course, because the question was, is it really him? The comment that he put down was, for those who don't know, let's just say I could shoot a bird off a tree. So let's leave it there. So I'm like,
Okay.
Oh my
so
goodness.
I said, okay. And then he came back and said, I'm gonna keep it G rated. But for those that don't know, hey. But that goes back to the point where, look, you know, culture, era, age, all kind of backgrounds, industries. This is the power of the conversation we're having. And again, you know, I mean, just to be able to be here and hold space. Peter's welcome here. You know, Lisa's welcome here. Grandkids are welcome. This is the amazingness of what this has the ability to do here. Jessica says, you guys are warriors. Thank you all. The songs are dope.
Oh, thank you, Jessica.
Thank Lisa,
you.
God bless
Hiram.
you.
Thank
Yes.
you, Lisa.
So again, amazing, amazing. You know, to be able to, like I said, hold space. And I think it goes back to where you see this is not scripted. None of this stuff is ever scripted, right? We literally had a conversation yesterday. Me and Joey interviewed TMR. Just, you know, uncut, just raw, having a conversation, and it was just flow. And even tonight, there was no, hey, cue up these songs, have this ready. Like, no, the question came up, hey, do you know Shaggy? And then it just all went into complete overdrive from there. But it goes to show that we're on the same wavelength. We're on the same frequency, operating, doing something that's different. And that's why it's flowing. That's why all of this is happening the way it's happening. Let's see. Here's another one, TMR. Man, you got to right. We have to screenshot these things. I gave up on rap a long time ago. There's so much garbage out there. When the Patriot came out, it reopened my world back to rap. This is the kind of rap is what it's all about. It has meaning.
Wow.
That's me right
Yeah,
there.
Yeah. It's humbling, man. I don't even know. It's like overwhelming. It's crazy.
The positive influence is what's needed in this world. Much love and respect for being a role model for children in this day and age.
Somebody got to do it. I just feel like, and this doesn't have any real estate on like veteran musicians. It also has something to do with just the veteran community in whole. Like when I got out of the Marines, and this applies to anybody who gets out of the military. When I first got out of the Marines, I was looking for a purpose. And I was looking around for a leader. You know, I always had a leader and stuff like that. I was like, yo, who's going to lead me? And I was just like, oh, snap. I looked in the mirror. I'm like, it's you. Nobody's going to lead you. Nobody. Have you ever seen that quote? It's like, nobody's coming. We are the help. I'm like, have you ever? It goes something roughly like that. Have you guys ever seen that?
Yep.
I forget what the quote is. It's something like that. It's like, nope, there's no reinforcements. We are it.
We are the reinforcement. We are it.
We are it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think about that. I go, man, I wish there was somebody to like lead this situation. I'm like, you know what? We're it. The veteran community is it to lead the charge. You know, be the role models for kids. And I'm not talking about just music. I'm talking about everything. Be the role models for kids. You know, set that example of what a woman is, what a man is, what a real leader in the community is for these kids, instead of us sitting back and being like, oh my gosh, this is messed up, or this politician. No, as veterans, let's not complain. Let's all come together like how we're coming together tonight and be like, okay, how can we fix this problem? Because nobody is doing it. Let us veterans do it. Let our veteran network do it and lead these kids to better futures, instead of having somebody tell your little daughter to do this dance or do that half naked. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Lisa Chase is chiming in exactly the same way. We are the reinforcements, right? At the end of the day, and again, it's one of those things where it's a collective feeling, right? I know Joey's felt this, Brian felt this. You've all heard me talk about this. There was a time where we would say things like, well, until someone better shows up, we'll hold the line, right? Because reinforcements will come. But to caveat what TMR just said, no. It's not about somebody that's coming. No, we're here. The end. When you look at history, you say, man, Martin Luther King didn't stand up when they say, you know what, I'm going to be a revolutionary and I'm going to do this. No, he just stood up and said, hey, look, I got a dream. Okay? Yeah. And in my dream, I see little black girls and little white girls coming together, being able to go to school and do a thing. I have a vision of a thing. And in history, now we look back and say, wow, that was a visionary. But at the moment, no one sees themselves like that. Because, again, that's not the expectation. The intention is we want to hold space tonight. That is it. But this, for some, will be the catalyst of, I never knew our culture had so much richness and fullness of artistry in the community. And for some, this will change. Some now today have heard this for the first time. If you're watching it live, it's the first time. If you're watching it on repeat, it'll still have the same impact. But that's the thing that happens. And in us being able to walk in the fullness of who we are, understanding that, hey, we're charged with this. That's why we're still here. And for us to neglect the gifts that we have to be able to hold the space that we can hold, to be able to hold the line for those that can't, that's what we got to do. And it's not about trying to downplay ourselves anymore, but really now stepping up and showing out, because this is the face of what now will become the new imagery of a veteran. Not just an old broken down veteran who's just disabled and goes to the VA and he's grumpy. No. Do we have PTSD? Do we deal with stuff? Yes, we do. However, we're working around that. We're not a monolith. We're not just broken veterans who just had their best days behind them. No. We had transitional issues, but we're here. And we're here to reset the narrative of what a veteran is. It's someone that stood up, is part of the minority that did amazing things and are still continuing to serve in their own ways. In music, in charity, in work, in acting, in poetry. That's our collective beauty, our collective power. So I charge all of you listening to this to say and see, like TMR said, you look in that mirror, you're going to lead yourself. But the fact is, there's someone right now who you might be able to share this music with, this message with, who is this far away from becoming a statistic. Don't post about push-ups and awareness. Pick up the damn phone and say, TMR, what's good? No. What's good? I ain't talked to you in a minute. You're looking a little bit out of it. What's good with you? And you know how it is, how we do. And sometimes I'm telling you, that might be the change between someone becoming a statistic and someone saying, TMR, you don't know what that call meant to me. And they may not say it right then and there. But in time, a few days, months later, it's, you know what, Brian? When you called that one day, you don't remember this, but on January 7th, that was the day I had the letter on the bed. I had the piece on the side, and it was a wrap. And right before that, you called.
Wow.
And those type of conversations are the ones that we can have if we move to action. Awareness is good, but it's time to mobilize and begin to take action. Action means call someone. Technology can have us do this. Right now, we're holding space with all of you. This is happening right now. That's the power of what we can do, right? People, you felt good. The music touched you. You resound with the lyrics. It pumped you up. You felt great. Well, think about someone who has nothing to look forward to, what that can do for them. Think about it. That's the power that we hold as a community, to advance the narrative, to change things, to not just be labeled as we can't do anything. What Joey's doing at the Mobile Cigar Lounge at the end of the, and we'll talk about that here in a second, but the biggest takeaway, what he does, people are like, oh, cigar, oh, lounge, whiskey. It's the experience. It's being able to come together. Joey, touch on that real quick, because when we talked about it, that's the punchline of what you do on your side. Talk to me about what really the Mobile Cigar Lounge is all about.
No, and thank you, DP. And that's what I never tell people we're in the cigar business. You know, we're in the experience. We're all about experiences. And for us, for some of us that are listening in, some of those moments, like for me being a 21-year-old going over to Iraq, going to somewhere where, you know, it could be somewhere that's not foreign to you, but then you have these smoke pits, you have these intimate moments where you sit down, you have a cigar, you have a cigarette with a fellow service member. For me, it was my fellow Marines. But, you know, I really enjoyed that experience, because something that we talked about, DP, is you might not remember the cigar you smoked. Like, for example, like me and you, Ray, I don't remember what cigar we smoked that day. But I remember the people I smoked it with. So that the vibe, everything all about that. And when you guys are talking about we got to lead from the front, you know, I think being a business owner or being a role model as a veteran is a big thing, because we got to make sure that we turn around and we help our fellow veterans as well. We pave that road. And so for us being that experience-based business, absolutely. You know, I've had some of the best conversations over a cigar. I've had some of the best conversations, and the best conversations, the best times, the best vibes, and that's what we bring. And you know, we're located in New Jersey, but we're traveling all over. Where we're expanding down to Florida and the Fort Lauderdale area. We're traveling to Las Vegas. We're traveling to Kentucky. We're traveling hopefully over to California, but we're going all over the place because, you know what? Especially during these times, experiences is what makes it happen. But those vibes, right? Especially when you and I had, and my partner Patrick that's watching, you can never forget those moments. And for us, we love creating those beautiful moments and turning them into unforgettable memories over cigar. I think that's such a huge thing. And then for us, I will always say, cigar is just the vessel. Whiskey is just the vessel. The opportunity is the experience, and for us to be all connected through this is just, for me, it's just because of my cigars, because of the cigars we made. Getting to see Ray, getting to see meet DP, Brian, everyone here. I think it's a beautiful thing.
And I want to be able to let people know where you can find what Joey's doing at the mobilecigarlounge.com. We just recorded a one-on-one profile in Audacity talking about what they do, which is coming out. But this is where you can find the amazing things that Joey's doing. But notice that there's a common theme. Me and TMR have never had this conversation we're having today. And someone will sit here and say, "Well, man, you and TMR, you guys are going back and forth. You're saying the same thing." Again, it's because we're on the same path and mission. What Veterans Network is about creating space to have these conversations. That's why someone like TMR can come in here and it's like, man, y'all been doing this forever. Negative Ghost Rider, this is the first time we're all doing this together here.
2 days.
Hello.
2 days. Let's go.
So I want to be able to highlight that very quickly. This Mobile Cigar Lounge is where you'll find Joey and his crew doing amazing things. The pictures that are scrolling are moments, experiences. That's what we have to start living for. The present, being mindful, being here in the now, and breaking bread. That's what's happening tonight. Again, the amazing work going on this side of the house. I don't have to show you because we showed you better than we could tell you. But the Marine Rapper on Instagram, amazing work there. For those that are interested to find out more, we're going to have a section on our website, the Veterans Club, veteransnetwork.club. You'll find some amazing information. I want to do a quick plug here. Our article and blog section is where you'll find it. As far as our online information, you'll find all that there. Real quick, I'll introduce you guys to the myth, the legend, the chief morale officer, because he is tired of seeing me talk around. So when you go there and you meet the team, everybody doesn't care about this guy up here, DP. No, what they do is they come down here to my service dog. That's the main one right here, the chief morale officer. So if you ever ask about Veterans Network, the CMO is Legend, my service dog, who is the man, myth, and legend. He's actually named after Chris Kyle, Navy SEAL Chris Kyle, his records, what he's done, the man, the myth, the legend. That's where he gets his name from. It's been coordinated through MK9 Service Dog in Virginia. They reached out to the family. The family is aware. His spouse is aware as well, and was presented with a flag when Legend graduated. So even my service dog tied to Chris Kyle by his name as his namesake, and what MK9 as Service Dog does. So if you want to read more about him, you'll find that on our website there as well. One of the things that I want to highlight is you see the shirt that I have and information. Any shirt, hoodie, sock that is bought, one gets donated to a veteran. So profits are going to a homeless veteran. So you see, for example, I have here United States veteran, Jay, who's using commenting, and his wife. They have it there. I trained, I served, I conquered. We're changing the narrative. We have one that says I support veterans. We have one that says disabled veterans. You'll see that in our swag shop. So if you click on that, you'll be able to see that information there. But I want to just highlight it because people have looked at it or asked questions about it. So this is what those articles look like. So you have the service branch on some shirts. You have disabled veteran for another. And again, it's breaking the narrative of like, oh, you're disabled veteran? Yeah, but I'm still here. I'm still moving. I'm still doing stuff, and changing the narrative of like, oh, you got a service dog? Oh, okay, you can talk to me? Yeah, because here's the reality. If I lost a limb and I had a prosthetic, I would still try to get up and learn how to walk again and move again. So invisible injuries are the same. Some things are never going to go away, but it doesn't stop us from being able to have post-traumatic growth. Maria introduced that language to us, and I love it. Many of us have dealt with PTSD. I want to introduce the concept of post-traumatic stress growth. Post-traumatic growth. Post-traumatic growth. It is possible, but again, this information is here. The last point, if you go to the blogs and article, We have great information. This coming Saturday, it's National Canine Veteran Day. I'm actually reading books for kids on Saturday with the Cohen Foundation, the Up Center. So actually, I got the books in the mail yesterday. So we're going to be reading to kids 2 books. So we have Gabe, the dog who sniffs out danger, and Hero, military dog. So trying to pay back and, again, get back in the community and do some amazing things. The benefit concert is happening right now. If you're interested in supporting it or finding out, you'll go here, Sending Love to Texas, benefit concert series. You'll find the information here and how to support that. As well as last week, we actually gave away a PS5, TMR. I don't know we told you that or not, but we actually had a winner. We had a veteran. We had a PlayStation 5. We had a raffle for one of our vets. We had amazing winners and things that happened. So these are all the list of winners. Some got some books, some got some clubhouse invites, and the grand winner, Victoria Givens from Clifton, New Jersey, got a PS5. That's in the mail coming your way. So again, just trying to reset the narrative. We don't need somebody from outside to come in and do stuff for us. Internally, we can do amazing things. Other great blogs here, service dog blogs, information, what's Clubhouse. The website just went live about 2.5 weeks ago at this point. So there's some amazing good things here. Veteransnetwork.club is where you'll find us, be able to see our social media footprint. But I wanted to just take a minute just to highlight that for those who are not aware. We have some amazing information here, and these things will be linked here, but at analogdope.com. There's some good information here as well. TMR, military veteran musician whose service is not over. # salute. Come on now. Do you have anything you want to share on this one, TMR?
Oh no, Analog Dope, awesome platform. It's by my friend Rochelle. She's amazing. It's just somebody that I went to school with, and she actually doesn't align with me like politically. So this was a huge thing for her to actually do a article on me. It's showing that even though we may have different political stances, we can still come together as Americans. So it made me feel good that she actually wrote an article on me, even though she has a different demographic, and she was actually spreading the word to more of her demographic to show them what the veteran community and veteran experience is like. So this was a monumental article, so that's why it's there.
And I want to also give a shout out. Topher's not here as well, but I wanted to bring up his site as well, tophertown.com. Anything you want to be able to talk on for our brother here?
Oh yeah, definitely. If you do not have the #1 hip hop charting album by Topher, which features the Patriot, you're wrong. You need to fix yourself. You need to go get it right now on iTunes. Hard copies are on his site too. As you see, he has everything lined out there for you. Like, it's been crazy with the success of the Patriot. As you saw earlier, if you scroll back up, they even made pop dolls of us. Look, if that tells you anything, if that tells you that, like, when you get a pop doll, I think you made it. I think you really made it, because everything chart topping was cool, but we got a pop doll and we're like, we got it.
Mama, I made it.
I literally said, "Mama, I made it." If you can go back to my Facebook post, and I said, "Mama, I made it," and everyone's like, "Whoa!" Everybody wants to buy that thing, but as you see, it's the outfit that we're wearing in the actual music video of the Patriot.
That's awesome.
And it has even my little doll has the
jacket?
red mohawk. It has the jacket, and it has that little red mohawk that homeboy wanted to grow.
And I see the glove as well.
The glove is on there too. Yeah.
No, so it's amazing. And again, here, there's some information here, but this was like the build up. So you saw like going from one spot to the next spot, how he shows that here. So for those that have a chance to check it out, definitely do so. But I just wanted to do a quick highlight again, because I think it's just, being able to speak to that and be able to share just the amazing things that are happening, and what that allows us to do, the conversations that we're allowed to have because of this. Let's see, we have some amazing comments here that are in here. Here we go. So I actually was on JR's live earlier, but TMR, I've never listened to rap until tonight. I'm telling you, I don't think you're ready, man, because it's a lot. Look, I'm sure you don't get push, you don't get your mohawk blown back too many times, but man. DP bailed me out tonight of my podcast. I'm so blessed to have tuned in to catch this. You are priceless.
Wow. Wow. I just
you made a lot of converts tonight.
This is a lot. It's beautiful. I love it. Thank you. By the way, thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm just popping them here because again, this is what it's about, is interactive with those that are watching. We want you to be here, part of the conversation. Lisa shares here in a statement. That's the line. Y'all matched it and superseded that. Pamela says, the fact your music is appropriate for all ages speaks to your character and intention. You'll be able to change the minds and hearts of America's youth with your music.
It's beautiful.
Hiram says, TMR leading from the front, true leadership at its best, semper fidelis.
Yeah.
Let's see here. And, one of the quotes that Amy always says when we talked about being able to reach out and do things is the heaviest thing to pick up is a phone. But once you pick it up and you go ahead and dial that, I'm telling you, man, it'll change your life. It'll save a life.
Yo, Lisa, I need to adapt that. I'm gonna give you credit for that. The heaviest thing you have to lift is your phone. Yeah, definitely. And just to go along with that, speaking of phone, if you guys want to either spectate or actually be on my suicide prevention live that I do every single day, I do it at 10:22 a.m. PST. We don't be like, oh, are you going to kill yourself? We don't talk about stuff like that. We just have camaraderie like we're doing right now and see how you're doing. We could talk music. We could talk things about yourself. If you're shy and you don't want to get on camera, you could just watch. But just know that somebody is there for you every single day on Instagram, on my page at The Marine Rapper. Stop by. All of you guys are welcome to stop by. DP, Joey, Brian, if you just want to come by to just pop in and say hi. And then on the 22nd of every month, we do a marathon. So what that means is I'll go for 22 minutes and then I'll say, hey, Joey, I'll tag Joey and I'll be like, hey, now you got to shift from 10:22 to 10:44. And then Joey will be like, hey, Brian, you got to shift from 10:44, just how we would do Firewatch in the Marine Corps and the Army and stuff, how we used to do the watches, and that we just do it. We hold the watch and we hold that space all day on the 22nd of every single month to show people that there is more than just one person there all day for them that they could talk to. Man, I've made so many connections on that, because I've had women join that thing, and sometimes they may have felt uncomfortable to talk to me specifically because they had a female issue. And then so that woman that joined the live marathon, she was able to get through to that other woman that may have situations that might involve, discrimination or MST or other things that women have dealt with. So we have changed a lot of lives on our live. Make sure you buy that live that I have on Instagram either every day or on that 22nd when we have that marathon, and you'll meet some good people doing great things.
I love it. JR, who just mentioned that he had not listened to hip hop until tonight, rap until tonight. Again, he even comments and says, I need to get TMR on my show. I said, well, look, you just heard how to get in contact. So Instagram is the best way to get in contact with TMR. Hop in there with him, hold space with him. Because again, we're aligning folks together to do amazing things. Joey, question.
And also, I just want to say one thing. The reason why I snapped to it so quick is because I knew Joey, because I know Joey. So I was just like, so when Joey reached out and was like, oh, yo, hey, you got my word on DP? I was like, okay, bet. And then there was nothing else. What did it take? Like 5 minutes, maybe?
If that, I could go back right now and tell you it wasn't even that. It was like, hey, let's do an interview. He's like, I'm down. Let's do it.
Joey said you're good for it, so I believe him. So.
And here we are.
Say that, bro. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, but Joey's solid. So I believe Joey. So because of that, so I'm saying that to caveat with this. If you stop by my live and I get to know you, that's a higher chance of me coming on your show, because I'm very busy and stuff like that. So it's either like a cosign thing, or you stop by my live and you're able to touch my heart. So I'm able to kind of judge it, because imagine you have everybody pulling you from everywhere saying, get on my show, get on my show, get on my show. I don't know who you are from anything. So if you stop by my live, that's pretty much a golden ticket if you touch my heart on my live. So So stop by on my live. If you wanted me to come on your podcast or something, at least drop a comment or hit me up on my live, and I'll add you to my live. But DMs for me on Instagram, unless I know you, I just don't answer those. So my live is the best way to contact me.
I like that. That's a great point there. Joey, one question for you here on the screen. What part of Jersey?
Yeah. So it's so funny because the winner for I know Victoria. That's so funny. Small
Do you?
world. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Givens. Yeah. Yeah. She was part of the old unit. So
What?
This whole thing, bro. I was just like,
Look,
wow. I didn't want to. Yeah. She's over in Clifton, New Jersey, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
We've done some pretty cool, awesome service projects together. Through another veteran nonprofit. I'm in Hopatcong. I'm in Northwest. So Marine HG. If you want to meet up, bro, shoot me a DM. I belong to a private cigar club. I know you said you're 30 minutes. If you're east, I belong to a private cigar club. So if you want to have a smoke, brother, I always welcome that. But anyone who's in New Jersey, New York City, Philly, if you're coming around, if you want to have a smoke or a glass, a dram of a spirit, I always welcome the camaraderie. So definitely.
I'll hook it up. I'll hook it up. Joey Hiram's on my team. He's one of my coaches. So
Nice.
I'll connect you for sure. Let's see. I love this comment here from Pineda. Buy more experiences and memories and less things.
Mm.
Yep.
Mm.
I agree.
Let's see here. And Frank did give out. We have some winners, so we're gonna shoot that over to Frank. Have the winners for the certified Cryon Eater decals reach out, so we can ship them out. So we'll get that to Frank as well. Last week we gave out some different things. So when we do this, we have some giveaways. We're doing all. You don't know what to expect, man. You gotta tune in because when you least expect it, you might have a flare that goes up that says, "Hey TMR, man, you busy?" It's like, you know what? I can make some time and carve out some time. Joey said, "Look, if he's coming, I'm coming. Let's just go and have a party."
Yeah.
And this is amazing to see what's happened here. I just want to bring up some last comments here as we start to kind of get to the top of the hour. We'll start kind of closing out. Usually we'll have a closing statement from everyone or something to kind of leave for the community to be respectful of folks' time. But it's amazing to just be here and break bread and be able to do what we've done, which is amazing because it just shows the hearts that we're aligned and doing something bigger than ourselves. So one comment here that came: we need better role models that our children can focus on and be inspired by. I feel strongly that if the youth can see and hear these messages, it gives us hope for the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good messages.
So again, and this is this is changing the narrative. Again, keeping it real. I hate rap except for what you're doing, changing the narrative of like, you know what, I don't agree with what's out there, but I like what you're doing, and that's cool. That's where change happens and comes. I love that. Jessica shares some sentiments here for the crew. You guys are beautiful souls. Thank you, Jessica. Jay's giving you a quick alley-oop here, TMR. He's saying, hint, hint, stop by TMR's live and show some support. That's how you'll be able to go ahead and, you know how in the military you stamp on the floor one time and you're like, hint, hint.
Yeah, hint, hint. Yeah, voluntold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's another one. This will appeal. This is gonna hit the Marines here a different way. The Marine Corps is very well represented. Chesty would be proud. Come on.
Yeah, wow, that's big.
Semper Fi.
Who is your? Is it Patton for you guys for Army? Who do you guys look up to?
I'd say Patton, but like Chesty, we don't have that. Chesty is a bigger than life, symbolism in the Marine Corps. So again, I've said it before, but I'll say it again. So full disclosure, I am Army through and through, but I am also a graduate of the United States Marine Corps University Command and Staff College. So I actually went to Command and Staff College over at the Marine Corps University. So I spent the year at Quantico with Marines, Army, and Navy, and international folks representing my old agency. So spending a year there, I became very well acclimated with a lot of things. So there's a special place in my heart with that. So hence the fact that I know what Chesty means. But I know for a fact for many out there that means a lot. But yeah, Patton definitely obviously is someone we look up to. But something like Chesty, we don't knock one out extra for Patton, but you do one extra for Chesty.
Oh, you always do an extra one for Chesty.
Chesty, exactly.
Absolutely.
It's like, what, Chesty doesn't get one? That's all we hear. You know what I mean? I know your arms are on fire. Your arms are on fire, and they're like, what? Chesty doesn't get one, and for some reason we find that strength and that power, and we pull that extra one out.
One more for Chesty. You got to knock it out. So and this is why I appropriately kind of put it down. Since we're talking about as we're closing out. One of the things I put on social media was the Marines are landing tonight. And I think that it's fitting because of the fact that we're able to sit here, we're able to break bread, we're able to have this moment. And again, hopefully someone can see this and they feel represented, they feel that they walk away with a message or something that enriches them. So I'd be remiss to not say, Joey, TMR, I appreciate you brothers for what you do. I appreciate you guys for holding space with us, being able to be here, because I know someone is walking away from this, whether it be live now or on a replay, better than they came into this. And if that impacts one person, mission accomplished.
Yep.
Exactly. Thank you so much, DP and Brian. Appreciate it. And Joey, thank you so much.
No, I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely.
I was gonna respond to that comment. If anybody has like businesses or programs that help veterans, I'm all about that. So don't feel like it's a shameless plug or anything like that. Like when you come on, if you have a program or anything, you can even ask Frank. I've been doing this for years. Like if you have something, I want to spread the word, because music might not be your thing. You know what I mean? You still might be like, I'm still not into music. You might be like, I'm into cigars though. And I'll be like, oh, I know somebody. I know Joey. You know what I mean? Or dang, I just want to be a part of a network and I just want to talk to people. I'll be like, oh, I know DP. He has this thing on Clubhouse. Oh, bet. Or I know Brian. You see what I'm saying? So like, I really feel like it's really important to share each other's programs and businesses as far and wide as we can, because we all win. There's a common misconception sometimes in the veteran community that if I eat, you can't eat. That's untrue. You know what I mean? It's untrue. Like you don't need to hate on homeboy. Like if Joey's killing it, hey, Joey's killing it. It is what it is. If DP's killing it, DP is killing it. If Brian's killing it, Brian's killing it. If Frank is killing it, Frank is killing it. Or Hiram and et cetera, et cetera. We can support these people, because what happens is they're like, wow, the veteran community is so supportive. So it's going to encourage other veterans and other military people who are just getting out to not be shy to start businesses and nonprofits, et cetera, because they'll see how supportive we are and how non-petty we're being. Unless you're a petty officer, you don't need to be petty, right?
Hello.
So you get what I mean? So I just feel like we just need to be more supportive, and we can always be more supportive. So if you have a business, you can even ask Frank. He'll tell you. If you have a business or nonprofit and you want to just plug it, even come by on my live at 10 a.m. every single day, and I'll share that. And we've changed a lot of lives, because there's been people like, oh, wow, I didn't know there's an Army country singer. I'm just like, yes, there is, and I know him, and I'm good friends with him. They're like, oh, well, I play piano. I would love to start a band. Okay, well, let me connect you. That happens every day on my life, and if you stop by, you've seen things like that, man. And I don't even care. Like we've broken down a lot of stereotypes, man. I've had other men get on there, and we've cried together, stuff like that. You know, we let those emotions out, and we did it on live, with no shame. And the reason why we do those things is because we are breaking down all of these stereotypes of us being a monolith, and that vets are one way. Vets don't cry. Vets don't express themselves. Vets don't talk about their emotions. Vets don't rap. Vets don't make. Vets don't have products that are edible. Vets don't, sell cigars. Vets don't start networks. You know what I mean? Vets aren't CEOs. You know what I mean? We're dysfunctional and all that. How you were getting into on your T-shirts and stuff like that. Like, no, we are leaders. We're changing the whole dialogue of what a veteran is. They're going to be like, wow, this is a veteran boom. This is a new, I actually believe right now is a new veteran renaissance. I really feel it in my bones. I don't know about y'all. What do y'all think?
100%.
No, 100%, bro. Preach it, bro.
And this is the power that we have moving. Because think about it, right? The way that we were able to train in service, we were able to the military as a whole has waged and won and done things because they moved in unison. They were able to move and do things. What we lacked, and now we're changing in the veteran space, is being able to mobilize and move together. Because the way, right, and I'm gonna give them the MagTaf real quick because it's a perfect example. Is we might be small sometimes, we might not have many to start off with, but what makes the Marine Corps very agile and makes it a readiness force, which is what Ronald Reagan said, right? The nation's 911. The reason that the Marine Corps can move into anywhere quickly is because of how they operate. The MAGTF, the Marine Air Ground Task Force, operates on all planes. The Marines have the ability to move in via land, sea, or water, and they can secure. And once they have it, guess what? Big Army comes, big Air Force comes, big Navy comes, and that's how we operate dynamically. What is happening here is the advanced party for others to better understand it. We're the ones trying to say, hey, we're here and we're holding space because what's coming, the boom is coming. And that's not to take away from what's happening now. It's to say that we're chipping away in our various ways, holding space together as men, saying that it's okay to cry, saying that it's okay to have emotions, to reset the dialogue of what a veteran can do, as you all have seen, and begin the process to pave the way for those that come behind us, for those other veterans that are about to come out of service, for those veterans who are sitting out there destitute, disenfranchised, and say, TMR, man, they ain't nothing for me out here. Bull. There's a lot out here. Get in line, get in formation. You know what I mean? Like literally what TMR is saying that in my bones resonates, it's a loud ass fall in cry saying fall into formation because we are moving and we're starting to do it in numbers, and that will change the narrative because it's not just one lonely veteran out there doing something. It's us saying here, no, I'm supporting Joey, I'm supporting TMR, I'm supporting Brian. We're supporting each other, and that unison, that's how we won wars, but now how we change lives post-service, how we change the narrative. TMR, you're gonna love this one. Jerry, Navy from the 60s to the 70s. Again, someone that I'm sure has probably never heard of your music is saying, "I am better for spending the evening with you guys." Take a look at that. Come on, man.
That made my night, bro. That made my night.
Appreciate you, Jerry.
Again,
thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Jerry.
Appreciate you, bro.
These comments are huge. They're like, wow.
Yeah.
Navy, mid 60s to the 70s. Some people here weren't even born when Jerry was doing the work.
Yeah, I wasn't born yet.
You know what I'm saying? But this is the call to say, hey, Jerry, you're a part of this too. And Jerry can take this music and take this message and share with someone and break bread with us. That's what changes the narratives. I don't care about your job. If you see the rolling ticker on the bottom, I only ask 2 questions. Branch of service and when you serve. I don't care about your rank. I don't care about your job. Because sometimes we peacock a little too much. What matters here is coming together. And for Jerry to say this, it's an affirmation and confirmation of what we have been saying here. There's one question here for you, TMR. Frank wants to ask and say, can't wait for March 31st. Should we tell him? What, I don't know what's going on March 31st, man.
You want me to drop the bomb? Okay, so we are going to be doing a joint release party. Yeah, Frank. So everybody knows I'm the Crayon King, right? You know, I got the crayons going on. Everybody knows I'm the Crayon King. And I literally sign CDs with crayons. Like literally I do. If you go see the CDs that I've signed, I only signed it in a crayon for real. And because people have been associating crayons with Marines, I decided to take that back instead of it being an insult. Like I take it back and I say, yeah, I use crayons to make colorful lyrics. And because of that, I was like, the only person that I want to team up with for a release party for my album and a release for his Crayons Ready to Eat would be Frank. So we're releasing the crayons and we're releasing my album in the same week of the 31st together.
Oh man, that is awesome.
Come on now. Look, that gets one of these. No, I love
just
that.
Appropriate. It's appropriate. He was like national. Oh, because the 31st is National Crayon Day. That's what I have to caveat with. So because it's National Crayon Day, Yeah, so that's what's happening. So since it's National Crayon Day, Frank is releasing his product and I'm releasing my product, and we're all going to come together and we're all going to eat. And that's exactly what I was talking about. We can come together and we could all eat and show that we are leaders and that we have class and we don't have to eat ourselves alive, because I felt like there was a point in the veteran community not too long ago, a couple years ago, that we're about to implode because everybody was like jealous of people coming up and stuff like that. We don't need none of that. We can all work together and do different projects and see. We're doing it now, and that's why I think it's so beautiful. And just to even have all these beautiful comments, man, it's humbling. So let's all come together and make some cool stuff. That's my sentiment.
Yes, Jerry hitting you with the emojis, giving you the thumbs up there. Jerry, Lisa's hitting you with the yes and the crayons. We got celebration going on. As we start to wrap on our side, the request already came in. We usually go out and kind of have some sounds and kind of whatnot, but we're gonna hit them with the way we started. We got to end it the same way we started it. We got to show them better than we could tell them, because the only thing better than listening to the Patriot once is listening to it twice. So that's how we're gonna close it for sure. But Brian, over to you real quick for your closing thoughts and sentiments as you get ready to prep to shut it down.
Man, this night's been huge. I mean, I've been missing our Air Force representation with Amy, missing the mic with her. But I tell you what, if we were to have a replacement, we couldn't be better off with TMR and Joey. What a night! And you guys, you're a blessing for you to be here. So thankful for. TMR, the way that you're reshaping the music industry and something that can be so huge. I mean, that is so impactful to so many people. And you and Joey, and you're just leaders in the veteran industry, leaders in the veteran community. And you're just examples, right? You're examples, you're role models. And it's an honor to be able to be in the same space with you guys and be able to lift you up and support you. And, and that's all I'm here for is to support and try to uplift in any and every way I can. And it's just an honor, right? You guys make it easy, right?
Amen.
Thank you guys.
On my side, I would say that I'll quote Amy: "The hardest thing you could pick up is a phone." It doesn't matter where you're at. It doesn't matter if you have someone in your mind. I would implore all of you. We talked about intention. We talked about expectation. But I would implore you, if you feel inside that little voice that says, "Man, how's Joey doing?" Don't rush and do something else. Stop for a second, because we all have felt that at some point. Where you sit there and you're like, you know what? What's up with Ray? What's up with Brian? And then you get caught in the days and you forget to reach out, and days become weeks. But if you feel it at any time, especially with what's happening in the world, social distancing, people being recluse from others, not having this interaction, stop and listen to that voice and pick up that phone, because you don't know what that call can do for someone. I'm telling you, we need more than awareness. We need prevention. We need action. So please hear this as a call to say, listen to your spirit, listen to your soul, listen to your intuition. If you feel the need to reach out to someone, don't put it off till tomorrow. Pick up that phone, send a text, make a call, whatever it is. Do a FaceTime, hold a Zoom session, whatever you need to do that thing, because you don't know what it could mean for someone's life out there. Joey, over to you.
Yeah, no, I just want to say thank you again. And while we listen to the song of the Patriot, we're talking about galleys with good oars. And for us as Marines, with our traditions, two sayings that I've always enjoyed listening to. And for those of you that are watching or tuning in, calm seas never made experienced sailors. So wherever you're going through today, and this is an awesome space, wherever you're going through today, it's it's just building you in character, resiliency, especially as a veteran or military spouse. That resiliency is there. And something that I enjoy too is hold fast. For sailors and Marines, when you're going through troubled times, they would tell, especially during those times when we're on boats and ships, they would tell people to hold fast, because it would be the big waves, there would be the tornadoes, the storms. They would yell, "Hold fast!" So what happens is they would grip the sails, and I've always wanted to get it down, because that's life. hold fast. You're going to become an experienced sailor by going through rough times. You never become an experienced sailor through calm seas, and you need to hold fast through those storms. So I just want to say thank you again. And whoever's listening right now, and DP, we've always talked about it. Even if we can help one person, and Jerry, I'm so happy that you said that, man. Oh yeah, right there, Jerry. You know what? It's a pleasure, my man. Even if we could just help one person today, or just uplift somebody. You know, we're not giving handouts. We're uplifting each other. You know, just hearing Ray, hearing DP and Brian. I just want to say thank you so much. And whoever's there listening, you know, you are worth it. Definitely, if you need anyone, please DM DP, Ray, myself, Brian. DM us. If you have no one to talk to, DM us. We have one thing in common, and that's being a veteran. That's raising our right hand, and we could build on that. So whoever's listening today, you are awesome. You are worth it. You are someone special. Whatever that you're going through, you know, calm seas never made experienced sailors. You are going to become experienced. You're going to be that resiliency. So much love. DP, thank you so much for having us. Thank you.
Jerry's comment has to go right in between that statement. Right on, Joey. Hard wins a beam. This is coming from Navy back in the 60s. Come on, put some respect on that. You know what I mean?
You need to put that horn. You need to do that horn for him.
Man, look, Jerry, this is for you. Come on. I love it. I'm gonna go to UTMR. One last one here. Listening to all this even helps spouses understand their loved ones even better. Thank you all for the support for our veterans in our lives.
Wow. This is crazy. Yeah, thank you so much. And without the mil spouses, we couldn't do what we do at all, because we know that the mil spouses provide that level of comfort and that level of solace and sanity in a world of chaos. So if it wasn't for the mil spouses and significant others and women or men in our life, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. So we appreciate you greatly.
You know what, DP? And what I love about Ray, you gave a challenge yesterday, and you were just like, don't do those 20. You know, we understand the 22 push-ups. You know, I'm challenging everyone. You know, Ray was saying, hey, call 22 people a day. You know what? Let's just do one challenge tonight. What we got from here? Call one person. Call that one person. And say, just call one person. You know what? From us, it's, you know, we lost some good people, and I wish we were able to call them, and we should have called them. And you know what? Let's do this challenge, DP. You know, DP. I got Ray here, Brian, and I just saw someone just do buddy chicks today. I can't see the name on that, so whoever said that, you know, I'm challenging everyone. There's 21 people here. Listen, you could save 21, 22, 23, 24. You could save 24 lives today for a call. You know what? After I'm done, bro, I'm going to text somebody I haven't talked to for a while. I just want to say, hey, what's up? It's late at night. It's night. It's in March. Yeah, but whatever, man. If they're gonna get mad, but you know what? I'll just. You never know what people are going through.
Yeah,
you know, they could be. Yeah,
and it's the best time to do it. They may be alone late at night.
Yep.
So,
come on, y'all. There's 24 of us right now in this room. We could save 24 lives right now. Shoot a text, even a small text. Shoot them a funny picture and say, "Hey, bro, thinking of you. Hey, sis, thinking of you. Hey, it's been a while." You know.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it right now,
bro. Right here, right.
I'm gonna do it right now.
I was looking like I got my Marine Corps on there. You know, Ray, what you're saying is, hey, listen, I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna show it. So everyone, right now, I'm doing it right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go text somebody.
Yeah, I just sent mine.
Yeah, everybody send a text to somebody right now while we waiting. Doesn't matter if they're a veteran, a civilian, whatever. If it's somebody you're thinking about, send them a text.
Yo, if they get pissed at you, so what? You thought of them. I'm gonna be like, yo, bro, I thought of you. At right now, what's it, DP? Right now, 11, 23, 22 for the Mill Dogs here on the East Coast. You know what? I'm right now at 2300, 22. I'm thinking of you. So, Ray, thank you again for doing that, man. It's all about, we got to do the work. And DP, thank you again. But listen, everybody,
Real quick, Joy. What's the last thing you put on that text you just sent?
What's the last thing I put?
Yeah. What was the last thing you just said?
I wrote, "How you doing, bro?" I'm like, "Yo, how you doing, bro?"
It's crazy. I actually put the same thing. How you doing?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
You know what? Because listen, everyone has different personalities. I have like a more funny, like little thing. You know me, I'm like, "Yo, how you doing, bro?" And if they're like, "Yo, bro, I was sleeping," I'm like, "You know what? I thought about you." 23:30 on a Friday night. I'm thinking about you. So whatever, you know.
That's what Pamela said. When you're emotionally drained at night, that's when you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't know what people are going through, bro.
Pamela said, "When you're emotionally and mentally drained, nights can be the hardest." Yup.
Yes,
yeah. You never know. You never know.
Look at this. We had LB who commented and talked about his niece. Unc, I'm giving you that phone call. I'm telling you, this is literally the power of what we are doing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
I love it. So, we're going to go ahead and jump over here because, like I said, we could show you way better than we can tell you. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's get it.
Someday I would buy galleys with good oars and sails to distant shores. Stand up high in the prow, noble bark I steer, steady course for the havens. You many foemen.
Tens of thousands on my right, thousands by my side. War between good and evil, watching our fists collide. Battle for our freedom now, to the streets we ride. Flags waving all around, pages full of pride. This is where we make a stand, no more give or take. March around the Capitol, storm the city gates. Putting pressure on their necks until the truth breaks. All walls of corruption, take out all the snakes. Star Spangled Banner, got it playing loud and proud. People from all walks of life filling up the crowd. Defend the Constitution, many warriors have vowed. Casting down any among us who have bucked and cowed. Enough with tyranny, we come to take our country back. For all citizens, white, red, brown, or black. Return her to a form of glory, fix their bloody crack on the crown. Fetch it down, it's going down.
My mama told me, yeah, she warned me that this day would come. I'm like my father, go to combat with the blazing guns. I survived that, then I came back to the place I'm from to face off all these haters and the battle in the place I love. You can't break me down, I'm indivisible. You still see my raps if I was invisible. But I'm standing tall, and I spit the truth. So you all appalled, cause you know it's true. They call it freedom cause the fallen troops pay for this. I love this country, doesn't matter how much hate I get. I take my colors in the battle, ain't no wavering. Cause this is for my warriors who marching to the cadences. This is for the sisters working hard on the ship. This is for the brothers getting y'all doctorate. Fathers, yeah, taking y'all on the ship. Baby, tell me why it's hard for the Patriot.
Tens of thousands on my right, thousands by my side. War between good and evil, watching our fists collide. Battle for our freedom now, to the streets we ride. Flags waving all around, pages full of pride. This is where we make a stand, no more give or take. March around the Capitol, storm the city gates. Putting pressure on their necks until the truth breaks. All walls of corruption, take out all the snakes. Star Spangled Banner, got it playing loud and proud. People from all walks of life filling up the crowd. Defend the Constitution, many warriors have vowed.
Yeah.
So basically, that end was actually the remix. That was the remix that also got #1 as well. And then also, I have to note the fact that the producer of that track, his name is Kilovic. He is also a Marine.
Mm.
Damn, bro, love it.
So the guy who made the music is a Marine too.
Oh, Pop, this is no words needed, man. They can show you better than I can tell you, brother. I tell you, I'm blessed. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, TMR. Thank you, Joey, Brian, those that joined and stood with us. We appreciate you. It's not the first and it's not the last. Definitely more to come.